Thank you. So thank you very much for the invitation to participate in Solve for X. I'll go back and forth. Which we consider solving for self. What's up right now? So we feel this is timely because Google has a recent moonshot of their own, which is the baseline study, and aims to genetically and molecularly map the entire human body. But for us, instead of genotype, we're actually focused on the phenotype. So MagnePath is developing body mapping applications to provide the ultimate quantified self. We are pioneering new ways to quantify body composition with fat, muscle, and joint analytics. Using digital imaging, we are creating a true picture of your health available in the palm of your hand. Huge problem? We are addressing global challenges of chronic disease across the entire lifespan. We are targeting the largest clinical needs: obesity, diabetes, cancer, heart disease, for example, and delivering tools to provide safer and easier detection of these problems. Breakthrough technology. We begin by measuring the whole body and individual organs, whether it's the kidney, spleen, pancreas, brain, lungs, etc., or tissues, using magnetic resonance imaging, the safest imaging modality, without radiation, and without the use of any injectable contrast agent. Our patented techniques are based on key advancements in MRI analytics, which allow us to quantitatively reveal the invisible and are independent from the make and model of scanner, as well as free from hardware constraints. Current manufacturer packages, GE, Siemens, Philips, etc., are either locked to their latest scanner models available on the market or often require significant hardware upgrades in order to provide the platform for the software. Those also come with, of course, large upfront licenses. And another aspect for our implementation is a new software as a service model, so to entirely change the workflow of medical imaging. Radical solution. Currently, there are approximately 30,000 MRI scanners across the globe, providing 125 million MRI scans. And an even greater number of devices are available for sensing biometric signals. We view this opportunity as a foundation to integrate the exploding amount of external data and combine it with our body analytics. Our goal is to translate the complex medical imaging and make it available directly for the consumer. We aim to make whole-body MRI scans as easily available as getting a flu shot at your local pharmacy. By enabling healthcare monitoring technology, we are encouraging preventative healthcare rather than recreational data collection and tracking. We are pinpointing health problems and quantifying their severity, which results in greater accuracy and precision than ever before. Our mission is to improve quality of life by making personalized health information more accessible, actionable, and meaningful. Our body mapping analytics provide a baseline from which to navigate a path to better health. Combining a true picture of your health in the palm of your hand with real-time biometric signals will enhance the interactivity and engagement of behavior modification. We envision the convergence of the biosensing and body mapping technologies, leading us from personalized body analytics to predictive analytics for tomorrow. We're going from a true picture of your health currently to a realized vision of a future you This is our Moonshot to map, measure, track, and predict using the power of analytics to get in front of disease. Thank you for your interest.
All right, I guess I'll start. I think one of the key aspects would be accessibility,
Yes.
right? And the limitation that I see is you still have 30,000 scanners and 7 billion people. How do you get over that big problem?
So we're definitely hitting a moving target with the, and as well being the Moonshot, looking at leveraging our developments so that the increasing technology, medical imaging technology, computer processing speed will allow for quicker, faster, better scanning. So not necessarily at this point 30,000 scaling to the billions, but having the critical mass from epicenters and the outlying imaging facilities. So we are applicable to not just the academic cutting-edge institutions, but we are able to provide our protocols at rural, low-level, freestanding radiology providers. Yes?
A couple questions. Have the manufacturers of the MRs, have they agreed to let you interface with their software?
So we are working with them and currently in discussions with 3/4 of the main manufacturers. But what is unique here is that we are not just working to install in their native environment. So very much the way Apple, iPhones, and everything were locked in the very beginning, the analogy would become HTML5 versus an inherent app. So we are able to work with the settings and the current pulse sequences, leveraging whether it's a new investigator and wanting to reference publications, to developing the acquisition, transferring the data to our cloud for post-processing. So we have our analytics there instead of a workstation off of the scanner, and then developing the analysis package, whether it's a software or algorithm, to do the quantification at the end. So it's a full platform that brings all of the imaging pieces together.
It seems to me that what you're replacing is a BMI measurement.
That is one component, yes.
What other value are you bringing that I can't do by just measuring somebody's BMI?
So BMI is very much in the news lately. Height and weight, 5'6" and 160, 210 and 6'6". You can have the large apple shape or somebody who's fit Olympic athlete. Same BMI, different body composition. As well, taking skin folds or even the BIA, the scale that you might get onto at the gym that provides body composition, does not get your internal differentiation. So there are other technologies out there that can get maybe 2 compartments, 3 compartments, but MRI or CT, if you want the radiation, are the only ones that are going to give you internal quantification. Beyond that, the specific organs, for example, we are working to push forward our FDA application to use these imaging biomarkers to eliminate the liver biopsy. Fat, iron, inflammation, and
Ferritin.
Yes. So there is overall body composition, which early adopters would be health, fitness enthusiasts, et cetera. But then we have very targeted unmet medical needs for tumor detection, inflammation of muscle, et cetera.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
I have 2, but in the interest of time, I'll ask you to answer briefly. The first is, why bother opening this up to the consumer, and doesn't that open up a host of privacy issues? And the second is, it strikes me that this is not quite shooting for the moon, and that application might look more like something that actually is a mobile MRI machine. And is there technology out there? This is not a space I know well, but is that in the future? Is that something you've thought about? Do you even care? This seems like an enhancement on an existing product.
So it is somewhat. But our technology is currently outside of academic. The academics are doing the limited piece. We're looking for the commercialization. We're based in the clinical trials. So when we're expanding to a 100-site multi-center study, we're already seeding the environment for the next level of commercialization. So to look at it in the future is to bring this all the way down. To be able to do this type of imaging internally, we're not at the Star Trek tricorder. All of the current tricorder components are measurable signals, not penetrating. We can do IR, we can do other imaging technologies to go superficially, but to truly get internal, we're right before that. And then
Privacy.
let's see. So privacy, looking at segregating the separate pieces, we would be looking to do similar components to two-factor authentication, et cetera. Mount Sinai and others in the medical field already have several different components for transferring data and signing off for a code that you get when you get a scan, having a separate code and password that you set up when you receive it. So chopping off top header and having the personal information separate from the imaging information, that's where we become transforming to analytics rather than just the personalized health.
Thank you very much.